Hello and welcome back to another beer comparison. These two beers I'm about to compare have already been done by a couple of other reviewers. Beer Dad did it, which I didn't watch. And this week, funnily enough, I was planning to do this this weekend. This week, funnily enough, it was Wonder Beer Wonder who did the same thing. So I didn't watch that either. So I will watch them after I do this and see if there's any similarities in what I find in this review as what they've got. So the beer I'm doing is, it's from Vocation Brewery, a staple of Tesco's. It really is. Vocation Brewery, they always do beers for Tesco's. It's great to see. And this is a stout. Now, firstly, it was first a collaboration stout with Yeastie Boys, and it was their Breakfast Club Waffle and Blueberry Breakfast Stout, coming in at 6.9% ABV. There you go. Super smashing great. There's a backside. There you go. I've already reviewed this. I reviewed this when it first came out. Good couple of years now, I think. And now Vocation have decided to release one on their own, a second version of this beer, and it's called, funny enough, Breakfast Stout number 2, or 2. So there you go, that's the new one, which is out in Tesco now, and it's the same strength, 6.9% ABV, as you can see there, exactly the same in strength. The only difference is that one's a collaboration. The input that Yeastie Boys have had in this collaboration brew, I tried to find out actually, and I couldn't find out on the internet. If anybody knows what input Yeastie Boys had on this, tell us. Then it'd be always interesting to know. Collaboration brews are always interesting. Always, two breweries, they tend to kind of like swap techniques or information or it's just always interesting to find out who brings what to the table, if you know what I mean. So it's not giving away any hops in this. I'll read you the back of the original one. Inspire one of our favourite breakfasts, blueberry waffles. This indulgent and full-bodied stout has a sweet malty body topped with rich fruit flavours. It's breakfast in the can. Yeast is Vermont. Hops are Willamette, and it's got speciality malts, which we do not know what that is all about, speciality malts. So let's crack this open, see what we get on the aroma first. Smells lovely. It does smell really nice. Lovely chocolatey aroma, I would say. You pick up a creaminess, a sweetness, a hint of blueberry, I would say, but it smells lovely. It smells decent. It really does. So let's get the second version of this. It says, seeing as you enjoyed the first round so much, how about seconds? Presenting Breakfast Club 2, remixed to be bigger, thicker and fruitier than ever. Hold on to your belt buckles, and this one's a proper feast. There's no mention of Yeastie Boys at all on this can. So let's crack this open. See what we've got. And again, it does smell more or less identical to this one. Yeah, lovely creaminess there. Hints of blueberry, chocolate. It smells lovely. So I'm just going to have a look before we go into the tasting. I'm looking at the ingredients on both. And I'm looking if there's any differences. I mean, it's listing cinnamon and vanilla in the ingredients for this. This one, it's getting blackberry, blueberry. You got blueberry, blackberry. It's not listing vanilla or cinnamon, which is surprising. I would imagine it will be. I would have thought it would be in there, and just be a more amplified version, if you know what I mean. So let's put the original in the glass and see what it's all about. I can't really remember what I thought. I should have looked at my original review of this, but you could say it's a fresh review if you want. But this is more or less, a comparison as opposed to a full-blown review of this beer. There you go. Stick that there. Beer in a glass, as you can see, head's just gone, nearly gone, jet black. The aroma, it's slightly, you still pick up a slight hint of blueberry there, maybe blackberry, but you're not getting much chocolate anymore. You're just not. So that's the original one. Just move this over, make room for the new boy on the block, if you know what I mean. So this is the new version. So yeah, it did catch me on. I tell you what, if you want to try the older version, you have to hurry up, because I take the older versions off the shelves very quickly once the new one comes on. So you need to, if you want to do a comparison like this, you really need to go act quick to get that other beer, So, being a glass, as you can see, it's more or less, well, it is the same colour, isn't it, more or less. So let's see what we'll get the aroma. And again, hints of blueberry, slight hint of dark chocolate there. Nothing else really in the aroma. Let's compare both aromas now. I tell you what, there's not much in it. I would say I'm slightly picking up more from the older version, to be honest with you. I'm definitely picking up more from the older version of this beer. Getting more vanilla from this one. Vanilla isn't listed in the ingredients on the new version. So I'm looking forward to this. So I'm going to go in with the original. So cheers, everybody. Pick up the lactose, blueberry, slight bitter edge to the chocolate note on it. It tastes really, really nice. It really does. Definitely lots of plain chocolate in that. So let's pick up the new one, see what it's about. I'm picking up more blueberry, not as much chocolate in this so far. But, like any beer, as you go in for a second taste, it will change. It will bring out something else. So I'll go in with this again. The blueberries coming out to play. You do get that sweetness, that lovely sweetness from the lactose in this. It does taste really, really nice. It does. I've forgotten how good it was, really, to be honest with you. There's a slight thinness there, but it's doing what it says on the can. Do I detect cinnamon in this? I can't really pick up that cinnamon in this version. But let's pick up the new one. I think what it is, the new version, the emphasis has been put on the berryness more than anything else for me. I think my own opinion of this is that they're both very good beers. First off, they're both very good. But I feel like I'm getting more vanilla off the old one. There's no vanilla in that, so Um, I feel like that there's more emphasis put on the berryness, the juiciness of blueberry in the new one, more than anything else. So for me to prefer one or the other is a very, very, very close call for me because they're both great. It's whether or not you prefer the juiciness to the vanilla, because for me the old one has more vanilla. For me, vanilla works so well in this style of beer. So this is going to be a very hard, this is the hardest comparison I think I've ever done for me, from my own perspective. So I'm going to go in one more time and I'm going to pick a winner. God, this is so close. So close. For me, this is my own personal opinion. I am not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm being honest about this. It all depends on what you prefer as an individual, but I prefer, out of these two beers, the old one. I just do. I just feel like I'm picking up more vanilla, more hints of cinnamon, as opposed to the new one. The new one is more berry-like, which I don't mind. It doesn't feel thicker at all. The new one for me does not feel thicker than the old version. All I'm picking up in the difference is this berry. So for me, the winner is the original. It might go against the grain with some reviewers out there, and I might prefer that one. But for me, I prefer that one. But that's what makes it interesting at the end of the day. So thank you very much for watching this beer comparison. If you can still pick that one up, pick it up and enjoy it. That's still a cracking beer. It is. It's lovely. And it's nice to compare two really nice beers like this. And as always, please subscribe, murder me in the comments, and I shall see all of you again soon on another beer review. So in the meantime, take care of yourselves, look after your families, and I'll see you soon. So cheers.